I am Mitch coming to you today from a cornfield. Just taking a look at some of the things that we're seeing in the corn that was planted early this year. This field happened to be planted on April 13th, so it's been in the ground 28 days. It's up and it's looking pretty decent, but I'll show you some of the things that we're seeing on these young corn plants. This one I dug up has a pretty decent root system. It was planted about 2 inches deep and it made it through. It's leafed out. It's going to be fine, and that's probably 98% of the plants in this field. We got lucky to some extent with these early planted cornfields where it was cool and it didn't get real warm too fast and get a crust on this ground before this corn plant was able to make it out. There are a few plants in here, like this one down here, that actually leafed out underground, and he's not going to make it up. I flipped the clod off the top of him, but you can see he's leafed out down there and likely will not come up. If we get a nice little rain, we may salvage him, but he's going to be later than the two plants around him, and he's probably going to act like a weed to these two corn plants here. So what we like to see is a nice uniform even stand that comes up and is at the same growth stage, which a lot of these plants are and look nice. But one thing we sacrificed with some of that early stress was the perfect stand that we're not going to get with this one here. Another thing we're starting to see, this was one of the earlier fields that was planted in this area, and we're starting to see some of the later planted fields are actually getting a little bit of crust on top, and you can see this field's also getting some crust on it. Take your knife and pick it, you can see there's starting to get a little hard on top. A nice little shower, if we get one, we'll soften that up and a lot of the crops will be fine. If we don't, we may have a few that we have to run a rotary hoe on, or if they don't end up making it through that crust, replant. So another thing of note on this field, it's two different varieties. So we're on a split row of the two varieties. Right now you can't see very much difference between them, but they're both, one's a Pro Harvest 79P49 variety that's been doing really well for us. The other one is a new variety of that same maturity from Pro Harvest that looks to be one that'll be pretty good in the future. So this will be a great field to test those two hybrids against each other. Also in this field, this seed was all treated with Seed Plus graphite to help relieve some of that stress when it did get cold, and looks like it did a nice job of making it through those cold temperatures. So appreciate you joining us today. Hopefully we'll get some more corn in the ground real soon and see it come up fast and even. Thank you.